Hello, Rooted podcasters, back with another episode of Rooted. Listen, DEIB practitioners and professionals, I get it. It's a scary time. You've been laid off, put on leave, dismissed. And the first thing I'll say to you is, you should not be surprised. There are leaders all over the place that lack courage, conviction, and character, and have been conditioned in a way the last couple of years as DEIB has really surfaced to actually understand the work. I spent a considerable amount of time thinking I was going to do work for certain organizations, realized the person that was hiring me did not understand the work and strategically backed out of it. So I get it. Right now you're feeling disoriented. Our current administration is moving rapidly to undo some of the work that you did. Organizations are trying to figure out the playbook and the language around what do we do now. And all I want to say to you is hold up, wait a minute. You might be sitting home now because you've been laid off or you're waiting for your fate. You might have been asked to convene a bunch of meetings with leaders in the organization. You may have been asked to take language off your website and a variety of other things. And to that I say, stop. First of all, if you are a DEIB professional, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, for those of you who still haven't managed to know, you're going to be fine. You want to know why? Because if you can do that job, you can do any job. It's kind of like retail, right? You can do any job. You know, your title might have said DEIB, but you can do training and development. You can do AI ethics. You can do change management. You can do corporate responsibility work. You can do policy advising. I mean, you can do community engagement work. You can do employee relations and labor relations work. You know that. Don't allow what's happening to whiplash you into fear. There's a variety of things that you can do. And for organizations, stop. The idea around DEIB that is always left off the table is that it is nuanced and multifaceted. So if you're in an organization and you've panicked and you've laid off your DEIB team, shame on you. Like, shame on you. What are you doing? Stop. Pause. They are valuable contributors to your mission, vision, and values.
Wait right there. I hope you're enjoying the episode, but the Rooted podcast is sponsored by For the Culture Coffee. For the Culture Coffee is a Black-owned family business dedicated to sustaining Black culture. They offer K-Cups, coffee beans, and ground coffee in a variety of flavors, and you can sip them at fortheculturecoffee.com.
Sure, do you need to look at the language? Fine. But DEIB work is ever expansive. So instead of laying off everybody and getting rid of everybody, why don't you think about the ways in which you, as an organization, may need to do a check-in on your organizational identity and culture. Who exactly are you? You mean to tell me the very people and the very diversity that made you profitable is now off the table? Check yourself. Who are you as an organization? How does your identity need to be reestablished, reset, and talked about? In what ways do you need to make sure that those core values are actually things that you are practicing and in living into? I do not care what is going on in the United States of America around DEIB. When it comes to the opportunity for you to lean in and not erase all the good work, profitable work, bottom line impacting work that has occurred by the hard work of some courageous people that took on diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging on head on in your organizations in ways that usually the executive team won't. I say to you, slow your roll. Stop. Think about what you're doing. Do you mean to tell me there are no aspects of diversity, different perspectives, different genders, different vocations, different experience levels that are still valid? I get it. Race makes you scared and crazy. Don't want to talk about it. It's touchy. Well, let me tell you what else is touchy.
Wait right there. We hope you're enjoying the episode, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about leadership. Leadership is hard. We do not name that or claim that enough, but it doesn't have to be. Leadership Lounge is a membership-based, safe, courageous, helpful, authentic space to explore all aspects of women who lead and much more. For just $10 a month, you have access to a variety of offerings, including a members-only webpage that allows you to access peers in this environment of growth and support, as well as office hours, virtual training sessions, webinars, and think tanks, and more. You can find out how to sign up at PamelaBensonOwens.com.
Reactive leadership. Organizations who are having identity crises. Dismissing people and throwing people away as if they've done nothing and contributed nothing to your bottom line. I don't know why everybody's so surprised. If you don't start leaning in on organizational culture as a whole, you have totally missed an opportunity. No, I'm not taken aback. Do I have righteous anger? Certainly, because I understand the impact of what really leaning into belonging and leveraging the best gifts and talents out of a bunch of different kinds of people can do. But I can take that off the table and also say, organizations, who are you going to be? Who are you going to be at the end of the day? And leaders, you better start drinking up some heaping doses of courage. Courage, conviction, passion. I'm telling you, conflict aversion is the real enemy here. And an inability to name how people in your organization are important without thinking it sounds soft. That is the real dilemma. Who are you going to be as an organization? And how are you going to live into that and practice that every day? It's going to be a heck of a year. Rooted Podcasters, thanks for tuning in. Until next time.